Oh, hey, hi, everybody. Hi, Lori. Hi, Melanie.
Hi guys,
Hello.
how are ya?
Boy, what a show we have today. Wow, I like your chair, Lori.
Oh, thanks. Just kind of hanging out
Dog's
today.
out. You have a place to sit.
That's right. Yeah.
Um, let's see. Oh, we have a little announcement to make, and it reminded me during the countdown timer. Ladybug has been adopted.
Oh
So
yeah.
Yay.
the
Good.
countdown timer was mistaken. Ooh, excuse me. Um, And I want to, before we get started here with our dogs, which Lori has one of them, but just not them. If you want one of those newfies, you got to go to findanotherdog.com, huh? Um,
Exactly. Yep.
but before we bring Archer and Daphne up, we want to introduce you to somebody. Um, the rescue show there has a home. New Hope Behavior Consultants for the Guardians is the home of the rescue show. They pay the bills, all right. And we have a new addition to New Hope, and I'm going to bring him up and introduce everybody because, well, we can. Everybody, this is Zach. Now he's in Utah, and we have a lot of clients in Utah because there's two rescues there, and he's been a great asset so far, and he liked what we're doing. We liked what he's doing, so here we are. And as hopefully tonight, I'll get him to where he'll have a spot where you can book direct to Zach on the website. So thanks, Zach.
Thank you.
Now, Zach is unique here. He started out learning how to train from a trainer that he couldn't stomach the methods anymore. Is that what I remember?
Yeah, that's pretty much right.
Okay. So he became force free on his own accord because he figured there's got to be a better way. And he was right. There is a different way. And now, whether it's better or not, that's in the eyes of the beholder. I'm not going to sit here and say balanced trainers are no good because what they do actually works, but we have a way that there's no doubt causes no harm or fear or pain to the dog. There's no doubts in our minds. So that's the difference. And besides that, pretty much you don't want to put a shock collar on a livestock guardian breed, period. Okay. That would be a silly move because when the trainer will tell you when you push the button, you're getting their attention. So there's something to do. But what goes on in the dog's mind is something is attacking him and he can't see it and starts looking around. So there, hence the problem. So whoever's closest could be in deep doo-doo there. So that's what goes through the dog's mind pretty much in almost every case. So there's other ways to do it. Are they faster? Well, sometimes not. Depends. Okay. There's no guarantee on any time frame. All right. Simple as that. But anyway, Zach, welcome aboard. And thanks for coming on. We'll be talking to Zach a little bit later again, too, but we're going to go ahead and leave him up. And we also have another guest out of Utah, but she's got her camera off right now, so we're going to leave her down there for a minute. Usually we'll bring her up. But Ashley's here with Mountain Mamas, Peers, and Pups. So, all right, we're going to get started. And we're going to start with a young man because our other dog is going to steal the show. So we want to get Archer out of the way first. All right. Because Daphne, we just don't want we don't want her to overshadow him too bad, you know. She's just
Archer appreciates that.
Now there's a possibility that Archer could overshadow Daphne too. So we'll see, right? What he's kind of new, isn't he?
Yes, he's new to the world. He's a year and a half old. He's new to the rescue and new to our home. We picked him up on December 13th from GPRS headquarters. So
and him and your burner has become pals, haven't they?
Best friends. We have a Bernese Mountain Dog from another organization named Reagan. That's 3, and they bunny hop around the yard together. So we have another Pyrenees, a GPRS alum. That's 2 that he's also very in tune with, and then he's met our male peer as well. He's just old, so they don't play, but he's gotten along with everybody.
Now you did slow introductions, didn't you?
Yes, slow introductions. He just met our boy this weekend. So
Okay. And now, so anybody knows, if you look in the upper left-hand corner of the screen, there's a QR code up there. That QR code goes direct to Archer's bio. Okay. Somehow you got muted there, Terry.
I think Archer did it. So add tech savvy to his bio, I think.
What's he trying to say? Talk too much? Come on.
I guess he's got an opinion. We also, you maybe can't see it. This is a cat. She could come in frame eventually. Oh, her ears.
Oh, I see her. I see the cat.
He does really good with the cats as well. So.
Oh, good. So
That's awesome.
with the proper introductions, which is a given. Any dog, you got to do proper introductions. All right, and that's just a given. But and he does well with cats.
Yes.
What about kids?
We don't have any. I think he is very energetic, so I don't think I would. Oh, Riley has turned around. I wouldn't recommend him to a house with smaller children just because he might bump him over and not really realize how big and energetic he is. But I think he'd do great with a home with larger kids. He'd have a good time.
Okay. All right, good. And that's typical of most of the rescues, especially with a dog that age with their energy level. Wow. Yeah. Now, what's his gotcha? Every dog has a gotcha. You may not have had him long enough to find his gotcha, but I guess his gotcha would be your Bernese Mountain Dog, huh?
Say more about a gotcha.
A gotcha is his little quirk special to him.
Oh my gosh. I think every picture of him, he looks like a bear cub. That's very cute to me. And then the day I brought him home, I went and picked him up from GPRS, and then I sat in the driveway so my husband could help me bring him in the house, non-dramatically. He sat in my lap while we sat in the driveway, and then as soon as my husband approached, he play bowed, he just met him. So he's just a very happy-go-lucky, easygoing dog. So he's really easy to love.
Wow, that's pretty awesome. Now
he looks amazing.
So, okay, with a puppy. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, he just looks amazing. He looks so mellow, not your typical younger pup, rambunctious and wanting to run and play. I don't know if you're sitting there with treats, keeping him right there.
There is a little bit.
No, she's got him hog-tied.
He has a leash that's sitting here loosely.
To you.
He does lounge around quite a bit. He does really well in the house. He does well in his crate. We make sure to crate train all of our dogs to make sure they're keeping that skill. But
he's gorgeous. He is just beautiful.
Wow. So now, because of his age and he really doesn't know a lot about life yet, he probably needs another dog there in his adoptive home to help him out.
100%. He's going to need a friend. He'll want a friend too, but it'll help him learn the household rules. And then I guarantee they will bunny hop and wrestle in the backyard. That's what I can guarantee with Archer.
And one of the reasons I want to clear something up, somebody mentioned something to me, well, rescues do this and that. Well, the reason why they want a young dog to have a playmate, because you're never going to keep up with him, playing with him. All right. And other dogs can. So sometimes the rescue will say another dog in the home that has similar energy levels of certain dogs too. So especially the younger dogs, because he knows how to play, doesn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, but what he doesn't know how to do is stop.
Correct. He does. I think he's very smart. He does a very good sit and he listens really well. Comes when you call him. No, although don't not off leash, you know what I mean? But right.
I was going to say comes when you calls. I thought he was supposed to be a Great Pyrenees.
I know. Mostly he just wants pets, and there's a lot of treats in this house. So.
Well, the come when you call is a good thing, because every time he comes when you call, starting out younger in life, make sure something good happens when he does that. That way he'll remember that older in life. Okay.
Also,
if you call him and he
big tail.
Boy, he's got a fluffer tail too, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Boy, oh boy. We didn't have time to get a video done for him. And I'm going to mute myself. Lori, you take over because my dog is barking.
That's amazing that he just went up and started sniffing the cat and no barking or no, the cat didn't run. That's a dog savvy cat as well. That
is our tester, whether we like it or not. Even if we have a dog separated, she's going to find a way to go sniff them. So
I have one of my cats does the exact same thing too. He could care less and he doesn't run, which is a great tester for sure.
But yeah,
he is so handsome.
Now, if you could draw his perfect home, Carrie, what would his perfect home look like?
I think he would love to have an adult large dog sister. He's very interested. I don't think he knows what the cats are. But yeah, any home that is up for a little bit of energy and he's just he'll be a great addition to a pack, I think. So, other than that, he'd love to travel as well. He's not bound to Texas. He'd love to get the heck out of here. So,
he's
not neutered yet, correct? Or is he neutered?
He is neutered, but freshly neutered.
Okay. Nice.
Okay.
Those
of you with cats, always remember that he's familiar with cats. Doesn't mean he's good with all cats. He's familiar with cats, all right?
With an appropriate intro, I think he'd do well.
A puppy's going to give chase, but it doesn't mean he's going to harm the cat. It just means he's going to play. So,
right.
Yes.
Always be aware that usually when we have issues with cats and dogs, we cause it. Us as humans, we create the problem. If you just let them do it themselves, and if there's an issue, just give the cat an escape route that the dog can't get through and walk away from it. They're very good at working this out together. So most of them, and nothing's 100%, just so you know, but that is right there. That's one good looking boy. He's going to stay good looking. And he looks so innocent right now.
He does.
Right.
Right. Now, when you put him, you said you crate, so you put him in at night when you go to bed? Is he good about going through the night? Pretty much.
Yeah, he's done a good job. We haven't had any issues.
Very nice. Counter surfer?
We haven't experienced that yet, but don't rule it out. He's got a mischievous little tone to him. But not that
well, if he gets on the counter and there's nothing there for him, that's the best scenario because he'll stop that on his own if there's nothing there.
How much would you say?
Or he'll climb up on it completely if he can see out the window better.
Right. I think he's a lean 60. I think he could gain a little weight, but he's 60 right now.
Oh, 60? Wow, he looks bigger than that.
Yeah, no, I think he could gain a little. But
okay. Yeah, he definitely looks bigger than 60 pounds.
Yeah, and he's pretty fluffy.
Well, it's all hard to tell over the camera too, but all right, Carrie, can you stay for the rest of the show?
I can hang out, yeah.
All right, good. You've been on before, so you kind of know the routine, huh? Yeah. So Great Pyrenees Rescue Society.org. That's where it's happening with Archer. And if you can either click on the link in the bio or you can take a snapshot of that QR code right there. They'll both take you to his bio. It's the same place. So, wow. Next up, we've got a gal that I guess we got to ask the foster a question here. But first, we're going to play her video. It's a little bit updated, and then we'll get in. I don't know if Rob even realizes I updated her video, even with a new tune. Well, looky over there. I see a sea of black and Daphne.
Yeah, sorry about that. The two black ones are my dogs,
Yeah.
just to encourage play, and they're tired
Yeah,
out.
okay, and see, here's the thing. This is the same view we had last time you had Daphne on the show.
Oh, yeah.
Those are three good dogs, but only one of them is available for adoption, right?
Yes, Daphne, the white Great Pyrenees, is available. The other two are only here to encourage play. I can have them removed if you like.
No, you're doing. No. This show's about dogs. All dogs are welcome. Now, my question is, how in God's name is she still not adopted yet?
Don't know. She's a great dog.
She is a wonderful dog, so I don't know why. My best guess is the profile needs to be updated.
Okay, well, I'm sure GPRS can do that.
Yeah, I'll reach out to him and get an updated profile out there.
Matter of fact, I'll be sending them her updated video so they can get it up on her profile too.
Awesome.
I didn't update a whole lot. Updated her age, a couple little things, and the tune. I gave it a more upbeat tune.
Oh, good. Awesome.
So, how old is she?
Well, she's just over 2 years old, and she has that young play in her, and she likes to run around, and she sometimes wipes out in the yard. Those
So
Pyrenees,
she's clumsy.
I'm sorry, what?
So she's a little clumsy.
Yeah, a little clumsy. Yeah, you can say that. That's a good word for it. Even getting in the car, she tends to be clumsy with those back legs.
Oh, geez. So is she still the happy girl she was last time?
Oh, absolutely. She's a happy girl that jumps around like a pier. Has that hop. She plays well. I don't know if you remember from the last show. She plays very well with my other dog on the couch. This is the first Pyrenees foster that I've had that plays well plays at all with my dog. It's a good positive.
Is that because your other dogs are kind of don't care?
No, I would say the one on the floor is I don't care and I don't play with other dogs. The one on the couch, you can't see very well, is a very hyperactive, rambunctious girl,
Right.
and she likes to play.
Yeah, that's usually an issue for us if you have a black dog laying on a black couch. So, Lori, do you have any questions for Rob?
Has she been around cats at all?
No, I haven't had any opportunity to get around cats. I don't have any, and Chastity here doesn't
Smart
have
man.
any.
So if she's out in the yard and she sees a bunny,
Well, she follows the protocol here in the house, and the other dogs and do chase after it. So yeah, she's gonna follow the leader.
okay.
Okay. All right. So one of the other dogs goes first then.
Oh yeah, my Bella on the couch is a kind of a hunting breed mix, and she goes out religiously every night to go hunting.
Okay.
She tells me she wants to go hunting, and they all go out, and Daphne follows along and does the route and does the sniffing. Yeah, it's a fun time.
Nice.
Wow.
So your other one on the couch must be a border collie mix, look like maybe?
Well, she's got a little bit of everything. I mean, the DNA test says that she's part corgi, and I don't believe it. Cattle dog,
She
yes.
has legs, right? Corgis don't have legs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's got legs.
That was good, Steve. Yeah, she definitely looks taller than a corgi, that's for sure.
Daphne has learned a lot of the routines since our last show. She's done a lot of learning and growing. She plays very well with dogs. She goes to the dog park. She's fully socialized with other dogs. And I keep a very close eye out for her.
She's got a beautiful coat.
Yeah.
She's filled up nicely with her little winter coat now, and she's all fluffy. We brushed today, so we'd be pretty. She loves being brushed.
Awesome. Okay, all right, we're describing the perfect peer. And what do you say to the naysayers that there's no such thing as a perfect peer?
They haven't met Daphne.
There you go.
There you go. Good
I
answer.
love it. So there you have it, everybody. And by the way, that QR code up there in the corner, that'll take you right to Daphne's. And StreamYard started giving us the ability to create QR codes. How cool is that? I don't use them personally, but hey, the link's also in the bio. So, wow, man. I can't believe that she's still not adopted.
No, she's super sweet, lots of affection. She's really good with the dogs. She learns quickly.
Sounds like she's a people pleaser.
Actually, way too many peers that are still in need, Steve. That's a sad thing, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah.
But she is beautiful. I mean, very mellow too. Both dogs so far on the show are pretty mellow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're all worn out too. But
That
I would
helps.
say also she also submissive is not the right word, but allows my other part peer here on the floor to be alpha.
Okay. The black one's got Great Pyrenees in him?
Yeah, this is Miss Tessa. She's a Labrador with a little bit of peer in her.
Okay.
He's the alpha of the
Wow.
home.
That's a sleeper.
Yeah. she gets licked in the mouth by Daphne. Unfortunately, she doesn't like it, but she tolerates it.
Okay.
I can't believe Lori's my dogs are all silent with the barking going on.
Me too. Mine keeps looking at the screen like, all right, where's that coming from?
Well, it's okay if dogs bark because the show is about dogs, okay?
Right.
You got to expect some barking.
Yep, exactly.
Difficulty hearing
Wow.
to answer the question then.
So, holy cow. Now, no wonder I can't see the comments here.
So how long have you had her? Have you had Daphne?
3 months.
3 months?
Yes.
So she
Yeah,
was
that is-
brand new to you last time we had her on the show then.
Yeah. And she was still
Okay.
learning.
I think it was early November, I think it was.
Yeah, I think it was November. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let's hopefully somebody sees her and gets curious and starts asking questions and ultimately applies and ultimately adopts her. I love it. I love
Nope,
it.
all of them are like, you know what? It's Sunday afternoon and I just want to chill for the day.
Yeah, you see what I see, Rob or Zach? I mean, I see all kind of toys laying on the floor and nobody cares. None of the dogs care.
And on the last show, they did nothing but play on the show with those toys.
Yeah.
Somebody's tired.
Wow.
Pick her up.
Well, you definitely have a cold home too. Contrast with your black dog.
Yeah, and they all get along great. They could all care less if each other's in the room, which is awesome.
Thank you
Yeah.
for the kisses.
Wow. Now I'm going to assume you guys feed them in separate or separately, kind of in different, or do you feed? How do you feed them, and how does she eat?
Oh, that's a good question. Yes, my girls eat together, and every foster eats in a different place that's at least 5 to 15 feet away.
Okay. And you do that because you don't want to create a bad dog.
Absolutely. Right. They need,
'cause-
we important words that I use when a new dog comes in is earning the trust.
That's
and
right.
Providing a safe, secure environment for them.
Right. And you said you hit the nail on the head right there, because you always want to strive to create a situation to where the dog feels safe. Okay. The new dog. That's the first thing that has to happen before you really move on and start bossing them around and asking them to do things. They need to feel safe. Look at her cocking her head and everything.
She was staring at the screen.
Yeah, I see that. And she sees herself is what she sees because I've got her big. Wow, she's gorgeous. That's a good
She
shot.
is gorgeous.
Wow, you're gonna miss this one, aren't you?
She loves this. Oh yeah.
But yeah, they got to feel safe before you start asking them to do things because you'll just prolong having them feel safe. So, wow,
Not afraid of bad dog.
this is
yeah.
so awesome. She's just such a good girl. Wow.
She is a great dog. She's got the bear claws and she's got all the furriness all over the house. We got lots of fur. So I end up with gray piles of fur, white.
Well, I mean, we tell our visitors if, you know, when they come visit, don't wear black unless you want to wallow in the fur too. Now, Lori has to tell her visitors something different because she has Newfoundlands and Great Pyrenees. And so it's kind of, she says we're plaid.
That's right. Exactly. Yep. That's amazing that she's letting you touch her teeth without any issues at all.
Yeah.
She definitely feels safe with you guys.
She's got very white teeth. I was trying to show she's got very white teeth, a tiny bit of tartar. So, you know, that 2-year mark is showing as far
I
as.
guess I got to ask, who didn't want this dog? I mean, how did she come into rescue? Jeez.
Yeah.
No, she's such a great dog. She
Wow.
does well.
That's
Again,
awesome.
you know, with my girls, I've had other fosters here at the same time, and sometimes she's not very accepting of other peers, but that's okay.
Okay.
We manage it, you know.
Yeah. And eventually she could be, but if they're fosters, they may not be there long enough.
Right.
Okay. Because, you know, time, it just takes time. And always remember the peers are capable of doing it because they've proven it to us for thousands of years out in the fields. They work together. They work in teams. So eventually, I mean, so that means with that in the back of your mind, they're capable. All we have to do is create a situation that is accepting for them and where they're able to do it. So we don't want to flood them. We don't want to just throw them to the wolves. And you definitely, when you do introductions, don't let them sniff their noses because what's right there below their nose, their teeth. You want them to sniff butts because butts don't have teeth. They don't bite.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, she just knocked you out.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, I heard that actually.
You got the glasses.
She's
So
like, all
there's
right,
that
Dad, stop
clumsiness
talking.
in full bloom.
Yep. Stop talking about
All
me,
right.
Dad. I can hear you. I'm laying right here.
All right, you guys, thank you so much for bringing her on again. I got my Daphne fix. All right. Great Pyrenees Rescue Society.org. That's where it's happening with both of these dogs. And wow, that's just amazing. She's so beautiful and just so wow, just loving all this attention.
Yep,
she
keep
is.
it going.
And if she isn't loving it, she'll go get it. I mean, let me say it differently. There's no privacy when you go to the bathroom anymore.
Well, no, there never has. I got five of them, and no, there's no privacy.
Yeah. No, there's
Especially
not.
when I got an Akbosh that knows how to open doors.
Oh,
Yeah, well, we got it to where he quits opening the front door and lets everybody out. He doesn't do that anymore.
Oh, geez. Nice.
Well, that was easy to do. We changed the deadbolt to where you had to put a key on the inside too, and then we hid the keys from him.
Oh,
goodness.
just
Goodness.
as long as you don't forget where you hid the keys, Steve.
Well, this is true. But at least as long as he can't find him, he can't unlock the door and let everybody out again.
There you go.
I know it's humorous,
Aw.
but you got to remember that the Great Pyrenees and the livestock guardian breeds in general, which include the Akbosh and the Maremma sheepdog, the Kuvas and the Kangles and Anatolian shepherds, they're smart. And if they see you open that door, if they see it happen, technically you just taught them how to open that door. So just remember that. So, and I didn't have a door handle. I have door knobs. He was putting his mouth on it, turning it and pulling it in.
oh goodness.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, he saw me do it. I showed him how to do it. And how I know what he was doing, I put an IP camera on it, and we saw him.
Oh boy.
Yep. That's when we bought when he started turning that on our old deadbolt, the knob where you lock it, he was turning that knob, unlocking the deadbolt, then opening the door.
Very intelligent.
Where'd you
I
get
don't.
such a
I
smart
blamed
dog?
my wife for showing him how to do that one. So anyway, all right. Wow. Thanks again, and let's see if we can get her a good home. And Great Pyrenees Rescue Society.org, or you can snap that that QR code or click the link in the comment section. All right. Either way, any of those ways to do it, that's how you get to Daphne and her application. So I don't know if anybody noticed or not, but we've got an extra guest down there, and some of you have met her before. And she's the co-founder and director of Mountain Mamas, Peers, and Pups in Utah. Hi, Ashley.
Hi.
Ashley.
But you don't have a dog with you. What's going on?
Oh, I have 6. They're just all, I just got done with a hike and they're passed out.
Okay. And how many dogs do you have available for adoption at Mountain Mamas?
I think with vaccines just finished yesterday, we have about 60.
About 60.
60
I
dogs?
always looked at, I always thought Mountain Mamas, Peers, and Pups was a small rescue.
You know, we did 330 dogs last year. I just ran our reports to see what our adoption numbers were. So 2025 was a big year for us.
Wow.
And,
Good for you.
We do a lot of puppies though, and not only Great Pyrenees.
Ashley is one of the people that I'll tell folks periodically that if there's ever any seismic activity in Utah that's unexplained, it's probably one of those ladies moving a mountain to save a dog.
It's true.
So,
yeah.
Now, you're here for a little bit different reason, and something's going on up there. Actually, a couple things, but something more recently is going on that is disturbing. Very disturbing. One of your fosters.
Yeah. Probably the worst thing that's happened to me in rescue so far. Yeah, it was a nightmare. And we're not done with it.
How much of that can you talk about?
I can talk about it all, I think. I mean, I don't know what else they could possibly do to me. I mean, where do I start?
It's true. Well, I don't know. It sounds like a shelter kind of out of control.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've had a really good relationship with that shelter for years.
That blows my mind. I knew that. Yeah.
We pulled 13 of their dogs in, I don't know what month it was that they had 152 hoarding dogs. And they put out a 911, needed help from all local rescues. We ended up taking 13. 2 of them were pregnant. So, 13 plus 6.
A couple of weeks or about here a while back, or not too long ago, they confiscated some of your foster dogs, didn't they?
Yeah. So I had kind of a change up in my team, and we got, I had some disgruntled team members, but that happens. That happens. We tried to end things on a pretty good note, but we don't know yet because the files are still sealed who this call came from, but there was an anonymous call of cruelty at one of my...
Now, hang on a second. Anytime you get an anonymous caller, typically that's a red flag. Okay? But go ahead.
Right. Well, and I mean, anyone who knows me, knows our rescue, knows this particular foster, knows that, I mean, that was absolutely unfounded. But the animal control officer called me personally and said, hey, we've been at this foster's home for the day, most of the day. We need to get access to her home. We got an anonymous cruelty call about the dogs that are in her care. So I was like, that I'll give you whatever you want. That's absolutely not true. What grounds do you have? And they said, we don't know, but they won't let us in. They said, go get a warrant. So what dogs do you have there? And I went through the list, and she said, are you aware that you have a parvo puppy there? And I said, of course I'm aware. I just had it at the vet. I just got it the antibody shot, spent $1,000 to save this puppy. I absolutely, I'm aware. And she said, well, that puppy's there and she has other dogs. And I said, well, once you have a parvo home, I'm not going to move it. You know, it's isolated. The other dogs are older. Everyone's fully vaccinated except for these 3 puppies.
Now, those puppies were under a vet's care, right?
100%. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The antibody shot is not cheap, but it's life-changing now. Like, dogs don't have to die from parvo anymore.
Good.
So we were under vet's care. We had already received the antibody shot. So basically their little bodies were turning the corner and starting to get better. We were also, like you said, under vet's care. We were doing round-the-clock surveillance, and we were doing sub-Q fluids as needed with the anti-nausea medication. And anyway, the absolute best protocol they could have. So they left. They took my statement. They left and came back, I want to say 5 or 6 days later with a warrant. Yeah, but the warrant was never filed legitimately in the court. I only know this because I had to get an attorney. Otherwise, I would have known nothing. So they came back with the warrant.
This is a rescue that had to get an attorney.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, so they took my 3 parvo puppies that were actively undergoing treatment.
Wait a minute, isn't parvo highly contagious?
Yes, it is.
Airborne and everything?
It is a virus, yes. And I don't think it's airborne. Distemper's airborne. Parvo is in the saliva, the throw up, the poop, whatever.
It's still a dangerous disease.
I mean, very much so, yeah. So they took the 3 parvo puppies, and they took 3 older puppies, fully vetted, from her house as well. One was 2 or 6 months, one was 9 months. And, you know, everyone had been already exposed. So then they took those puppies and young dogs to the shelter and brought that to the shelter with them.
Oh, my land.
Yeah, I mean, you can't make this up. Like I said, the worst thing that could have ever possibly happened. But so there was a pretty big public outcry. There was another rescue.
Well, you're on the news twice. This was on the news.
Oh, multiple times, yeah. But another rescue that works in that county and works with that shelter put out a really great statement just saying what a breach of protocol it was, and you know, how this is absolutely, you know, ridiculous to take these dogs that are actively in a wonderful foster home receiving care and take them to the shelter, to bring that to the shelter. So in response to that, they went, wait, we tested them before we left, which they did not. We have video footage of them leaving the home. They did not do that. And
this
if you
is
know
not
about testing for parvo, that's not
these
how
are
it works.
authorities. These are the authorities saying this, changing the story.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead,
so then
Ashley,
they said
sorry.
they all tested negative. Well, I would be surprised if they tested negative, to be honest, because the antibody shot is building the antibody. And our vet said they're probably going to test positive for about 14 days. And we were, at that point, were 7 days post getting them the shot. So anyway, it was a huge breach of protocol. It was a huge overreach.
Overreaction.
So when they said, you know, when they came back with the warrant didn't say cruelty anymore. It said number of dogs. So.
So this changes.
Yeah.
But you're a rescue. What's the number of dogs problem?
Right. We were always told, and in all counties, but in that county as well. I mean, I've probably pulled 75 dogs from that shelter alone. over the years. And this foster has fostered for the shelter directly. And we had always been told that your fosters don't count against your total number of dogs in your home.
That's the way it is in my county here in Ohio.
In mine too. But that is how, that's how they were able to take them. Once they took all of the dogs, no one would talk to me. Like I called the director, I called the shelter, I called the county commissioner. I couldn't speak to anyone. Everyone said
that's kind of weird, isn't it?
I mean, this is new for me. I don't know.
Well, it was holiday time now when all this was taking place, right?
It was a week before Christmas, the 19th.
Okay. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you. That's their Merry Christmas present, right?
Right. So I blew up the county commissioner. Both their phones. Sorry. Calling and calling. Leaving voicemails, sending emails. Like I couldn't talk to anyone. I didn't know what to do. So I did get an attorney, and so upon getting the attorney, then everyone said, talk to the attorneys. We're not telling you anything. So then I kind of shot myself in the foot too, because I didn't know what to do. And so I asked my attorney, not that I have one, but I did have to acquire one. What do I do? And he started helping and, writing letters and emails and researching a little bit, went to the prosecutor, the county prosecutor, and nothing had been filed. The warrant hadn't been filed. Like nothing had gone.
Wait a minute. How can they get a warrant if it's not filed?
That's what he said. There was no affidavit for the warrant. There was no anything. And so I don't know, because it's still in process. So
could this warrant have been forged?
That was my question. I don't know. So
okay. So it's still playing out on that.
It's still playing out. So this past Monday, he filed a motion to unseal all of the paperwork, whatever they have, because apparently, and I don't know what all this means, Steve. I mean, everything was sealed. Okay. No one could look at it. We couldn't see body camera. We couldn't see the charges. We couldn't see anything. On what day was it? They're all running together. I went to the shelter and, asked the attorney, well, I'm just going to go there. I'm going to go there with all of my records, my medical records, each of these dogs, full, profiles, everything I have on each dog, their spay and neuter certificates, their vaccines, everything. Their microchip is microchip to me. I just going to take everything and throw it at them and go, what? Why are you keeping my dogs? What's the reason? So I did, and I, had to wait in line. I walked up to the counter. I handed them my card, and the girl at the counter was like, oh. And I said, yeah, I need to talk to the director. So she said, yeah, okay, let me go see if she's available. And she went back and said, she'll talk to you. She's in a meeting. And then we waited for an hour, and I looked at my foster, who's also a new board member, and said, they're not going to come out. They're going to make us wait here all day, and they're not going to come out, are they? And she knows that shelter very well because she's fostered for them before and goes all the time and walks through the adoptable room. We have just pulled 3 or 4 dogs from there recently that were on their due out day, bite history, 2 with bite history, actually 3 with bite history, and got them into training, got them, moved and into foster homes. 1 is still waiting to be adopted, but I mean, we've had a relationship. So she brought me into her office. She wouldn't allow my foster to come in. I mean, I can say her name.
Why not? Whoa, why not?
I don't know. She said, you're the director of the rescue. I'm the director of this shelter. I have to talk to you. I don't have to talk to her.
Okay.
Oh, my land.
Yes.
Unofficially, that's a bunch of crap.
That
she wouldn't
is.
allow her to come back. And my attorney said, when I asked, do you have any advice for me? Like, what do I do when I get there? He said, be very compliant, be very polite. Don't argue with anything, you know, maybe bring up
And
the
that's
relationship.
absolutely correct. That is
Yeah.
correct.
So when she said that, I was like, okay. I mean, I wasn't going to argue. I just, all right. So they took me back to her office with the girl who foster coordinates, who I've worked with for years and love her. And she looked absolutely mortified to even know me. You know, she was like, hi, because I hadn't met her in person. And I was like, hi, I'm so excited to meet you. And she's like,
Oh, she works at that shelter, your foster coordinator?
for the shelter. So she's the girl who would coordinate us, our polls from there.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay.
So I
okay,
had
okay.
the director behind her desk, the foster coordinator that I've worked with, another woman who I don't know, I think she helps, and then the ACO that was there and took our dogs. And she just, you know, started to tell me what horrible condition they are in and how they've taken such great care of them. And, you know, they were, you know, bent over backwards to take good care of them, and that how their ACO even stayed on Christmas Eve. And I can tell you that when I finally got them that day, they did release them to me at the end of the day. I had to pay $1,250.
Wait a minute. Whoa, wait a minute. What?
Yeah.
You had to pay $1,250.
Yes. And
Plus
I quick message my lawyer. I go, they want $1,250. He's like, pay it. We'll deal with it later. I'm like, okay. Yeah, they charged me to pull my dogs, each one per dog. And there was 6 of them, 3 puppies and 3 older puppies. They charged me per dog to take them out of the home. They charged me per dog to transport them 4 miles. They charged me $15 a day in board per dog. They charged me to vaccinate them, which they were all already vaccinated. But
they wouldn't let you show them the records.
I showed them all the records that day, but they wouldn't let me show anything before. No one would even talk to me. I couldn't talk to anyone. My hands were completely tied.
So they got over vaccinated is what happened.
Oh, yeah. Yes. My vet says, you know, the over vaccination of the distemper parvo's it's not going to really hurt them. If anything, what it did is undo the last vaccine that the puppies got. But everyone is sick now. Everyone has kennel cough. The puppies who should be better, who all, you know, had parvo, are still have diarrhea. You know, they're very, very thin. You know, they got sheltered.
I hope you've documented all this.
Yeah, well, and the attorney definitely has, and you know, every conversation, he has the itemization of what we had to pay. I mean, I never in a million years would I ever have foreseen something like this happening. And like I said,
please tell me you're never going to go help the shelter again. I mean, it's sad for the dogs, but for them to put you through this with all of the dogs that you've taken from them.
Well, I think Ashley would help the dogs from that shelter, but I don't think the shelter is going to let her.
I think that they would, but I have to tell you, I need a minute. You know,
I agree. Yeah,
I have a really, really bad taste.
Well, first thing that has to happen, you got to see how this ends. This isn't ended yet.
Yeah, no, it has not ended yet. It is not over. So the attorney, like I said, they filed the motion to unseal everything. Whatever that is going to show us, I don't know. Like I said, originally the charges were cruelty, which we immediately dismissed. I'm like, here's all the paperwork. Of course we would treat a parvo puppy. We're going to just leave it there. Of course it's treated.
They said skinny, malnourished. Well, parvo puppies don't eat. Sorry.
Yeah. And he,
I mean, that's a commonplace.
I have pictures the day he was taken or the day before he was taken. He was very sick. I had done a fundraiser. His picture is on the fundraiser. He was not well. But he is worse now. And he should be better. He should have been improving with that shot and good care and, you know, in his foster home.
Okay. And all of this from an anonymous phone call.
mhm. So
And now your foster, after this happened, the next day she posted all kind of pictures of her house and everything. And based from how they described it to the time that she posted, she wouldn't have had time to clean all that.
correct.
Right.
And I mean, that was just another thing that they said that was not factual. They said that there was poop on the carpet and poop on the walls. Well, she doesn't have any
There's
carpet.
no carpet there.
Yeah, and there's no carpet there. And one of our friends, I called her when this was all going on, and she is in law enforcement. And she ran, as fast as she could get there. She got there, and she's the one who said, "Please take pictures. Take pictures of your home," because when they were
So those
there,
pictures were taken immediately afterwards. Then.
within 10 minutes, I think.
Okay.
like, they
Wow.
stood there-
Okay. Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they stood there and talked, and she was like, "You know what? You need to take pictures. You need to document this." So she did. She took pictures of, just that area, not her entire home, but her kids' rooms or whatever, but that area. The other thing too is when I was in the interrogation room at the shelter, they said, your fosters do count against your numbers. And I said, well, what about moms and puppies? I do tons of puppies. That's like what I do, peers and pups, So you're telling me that if she has 2 personal dogs and she fosters a mom and puppies, that they all count against her numbers? No one could help us. We wouldn't have any fosters. And they said, as soon as the puppies turn 16 weeks old, you have to disperse them if there's any left from a litter.
16 weeks. Okay. And that's actually fair.
Yes
If you can
and
find
no.
a place to send them, but you don't want puppies together for too long.
Okay, but 3 of the dogs that she had in her home are puppies that aged out from a litter that she still hadn't been adopted yet.
Oh.
Right. So they're saying,
Okay.
at 16 weeks, they got to go. If
So they were litter mates.
they have to go to, no, they're not. They're 3 different litters.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, there's a lot to follow here. I'm sorry.
But still, what in God's name were they thinking? Now, I've got a statement I can make. I've worked with a lot of your fosters. You have standards that you maintain. Okay. You have to, somebody that fosters for you, you have expectations out of them. They got to give a clean, safe home environment. All right. And every one of your fosters, I don't think I've worked with this particular foster. I could have, but I don't think I have. But every one of the fosters I've worked with have met your standards, in my opinion, because we do video calls. Okay. And what I do is we get a walk around. We got to look at the dynamic. So,
and before
so I
you
can
can
say
foster,
that. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, before you can foster, they have to apply, and we do a home check.
That's right.
And then
That's
I have, a whole booklet on, this is what we expect. I provide all the food. I provide all of this. So I know what they're eating. I know the kind of care they're getting. Here's the
rescues aren't going to take a dog out of a bad situation and put them with somebody they don't know.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So that's what they're doing. They're getting to know you when you go through all that stuff with applying to foster and adopt. They're not going to adopt to a person that they're not comfortable with, and they don't. In order to get comfortable, they got to know you.
Right.
So.
And it's the same standard for fosters. So going forward, I just have to say that one thing we did put together is a little proposal to an amendment to that ordinance that would create. I'll send it to you, Steve. I should have done it before now, but I literally just got the okay to send it to the commissioner, to the shelter, to everyone. I was going to send it to Zach too, but I will do that.
We'll do it next week. Send it to me, and we'll make sure that gets covered next week.
Okay. Well, so basically, it's just either to change it for the numbers of fosters you can have obviously within reason, and it has to meet, a certain criteria, and maybe even get a foster permit. Like you would have a kennel license. Maybe in that county you get a permit to foster, so that your home has been inspected. My fosters in Missouri have to be inspected by USDA. You know, they literally go to their house and go, okay, this dog food has to be put up like this. And in Colorado, it's PACFA. And, you know, we don't have anything like that in Utah. And I don't think it's necessarily a bad idea. But I mean, you can't just take people's dogs,
No.
you know,
No.
and put them while they're undergoing
Now.
treatment in a shelter.
We received an anonymous letter from someone that knows that shelter, and they asked us to read it. And Melanie has offered to read this. You don't know about this, do you?
No.
Melanie, you not ready?
I will. I'm here. I'm ready. Okay.
Okay.
So here's the letter. I am writing this letter on behalf of the animals at Weber County Animal Services and those who truly cared about them and were all but forced to leave. I have chosen to write this anonymously as I and many others are afraid of the retributions that come with speaking out against them. What has happened with Janika, I think that's how you say the name, and Mountain Mamas validates this point of view. We should all be able to speak up without fear, but the changes that have come with the new director have made this impossible. There have always been many dedicated volunteers going to the shelter, and they have always been allowed to walk all of the dogs with the exception of stray hold or bite quarantine dogs. For most of 2025, the only dogs allowed to be walked were those in the adoption room open to the public. There are at most 16 dogs in that room, and the shelter can have as many as 70 to 100 dogs at any given time, which means most of the dogs in that shelter sit in their kennels for weeks or months without ever getting out and having very little interaction with people. So many dogs are going kennel crazy and shutting down. Volunteers witnessed animals not getting their medications because of short staffing, filthy kennels, and sick animals not getting their proper care. Many volunteers were treated like young children and were not allowed to do things that improve the lives of the animals, such as daily walks. The shelter has claimed the dogs are getting out each day, but if anyone were to do the math, they would know that that was impossible with the limited staff having to clean dog and cat kennels, feed, water, and medicate them, plus be open to the public. They do not have time to walk the dogs, which took dedicated volunteers several hours a day. Most volunteers have left. Some dedicated staff members who were truly there to help the animals were treated unfairly and unkindly and ultimately ended up quitting because of this. This was hard for them because they were trying to help the animals in any way they were allowed, but even they had restrictions put on them. They would try to help animals who were scared to get out, and even if they made progress, it did not matter. They would come to work only to find out the animal was euthanized anyway. It became a hostile work environment with several staff members stating that the director used the intercom to listen in on conversations daily, which means if they saw things that were wrong, they were not able to talk about it because they were most likely being listened to.
Oh,
Animal rescues have always had a good relationship with the shelter until this year. This past year, many rescues have commented on how hard it is even to get an animal out of this shelter and have not been treated well. Animal rescues are vital to saving the lives of these poor animals in full shelters. Why hasn't anyone spoken up until now, you may ask? Well, the answer to that is so many have and nobody will listen. Rescues, staff, volunteers, and members of the public have had meetings with Commissioner Bolos or have emailed her and the Weber County HR department. They have let us know that the new director is the best thing that has ever happened to the shelter. And let us know that they were sorry change was hard for us. Nobody was listened to, and no changes are being made to stop the cruelty happening. Everyone should be working together to save lives. The shelter cannot run properly if staff, volunteers, and rescues are not working together, and it most definitely is not. From Anonymous.
wow. Wow.
Wow. That
That's-
apparently was someone close to the shelter at one time. Okay. So, wow, Ashley, what do you think of that?
I've been told that quite a bit, and Yeah, I'm not surprised. Having met this director personally, I can honestly say that she is very intimidating. Just her demeanor and her mannerisms, I could see how the people there would be afraid.
It's alarming how they treat volunteers. What I mean, you know better than anybody. You got to treat your people well, or you're not going to have them.
Yeah. Yeah. There was a sweet man there walking dogs when we were there. He was walking the dogs from.
Read that.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Wow, we could probably go on for hours if people in your area are listening to this. If that truly is
well, we've
true.
got some. Apparently, we've got Grace, we've got Lisa, and there was someone else earlier too.
Wow.
Wow. She just verified this anonymous letter.
Yep.
And it didn't come from her. So I don't know what to say. I will post this on New Hope's Facebook page. All right. And if somebody wants to read it in the end, I didn't think about turning it, doing it as a screen share so people can read it also.
Wow. All these people are now commenting, Steve. Look at this.
Look at all these comments coming in.
Wow.
Thank you for watching the show.
All this down, Ashley, because people are behind you 100%. This is so sad. That should make you feel so good.
It does.
There's been just as many people that were pretty hateful to us. And people who said, you don't just get anonymous reports. If someone came to your house, those animals probably deserve to be taken. And my attorney was like, don't respond to any of those. There's always going to be people who have to.
Here's the thing. Here's the bottom line. When you badmouth a rescue or you do something and the rescue has to pay a fine, whatever, in the end, it's the dogs that are paying the price 100% of the time.
100%.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. And that's what happens. If you shut down a rescue, are you prepared to save all those dogs the rescues do? Why don't you maybe support rescue? Because first of all, you don't know the whole story because the whole story is not even out yet. Okay. So you're allowed to have opinions. Well, everybody's allowed to have opinions, but sometimes they could be better off just being a little bit nicer, a little bit of kindness. Okay.
We had a similar situation up here in New York, Steve, with a shelter that one of their dogs escaped from there and was on the run for months and months. And a lady was helping this dog for months trying to feed it. It wouldn't get near anybody. She was always putting food out. So at least the dog was eating and, at night being kept warm. Well, they finally trapped the dog. It went back to this shelter and they kept that dog in the very back of the shelter, not letting anybody go see it, not letting this lady adopt it out. She paid tens of thousands of dollars in trappers and food, and they wouldn't let this dog get adopted out. Similar thing. The director was nasty, mean. And we don't even know if the dog is still alive or not, but it just, some places are bad. A lot of them get, bad raps, but some don't deserve to be in the director's position. And it's sad.
Agreed. Yeah. This might be one of them, but apparently the commissioners disagree. So, how you fix this is when you vote.
Yep.
I don't know what else to say. Wow. Oh, wow. Marina's just said it happens to rescues more than we think. Wow.
Debbie, if you're still listening, if you could chime in again. So Debbie, that's put up a couple little comments. That's new to you, director. That's commented. Deborah Lynn. So she's had a couple of comments up there. So.
Okay.
It's frustrating, Steve, and I would just like to say that you know how hard this is. You know how hard we work. We're all volunteers. You know, we have families, we have jobs, we have, you know, life like anyone else. And this is so consuming as it is, saving dogs and fundraising all the time, and, you know, making sure that everyone is taken care of how they're supposed to be and placed well. And to have something like this happen is mind blowing, really. Like, I never saw anything coming. And, you know, obviously you put yourself out there, stuff happens, but this did nothing but hurt the dogs. The older dogs have behavioral problems coming your way, Zach. The puppies are not healthy. You know, we're struggling to get them over kennel cough, and having just, you know, gotten over parvo, and everything that goes to the shelter gets kennel cough. So you're limited where they can be and what they can be around. I mean, it's just been a nightmare.
Yeah, try to remember that the rescue folks probably see more pain and suffering in a week than we will in our lifetimes. Okay. So kind of give them a little bit of a break. And they do this for no paycheck. There's no money involved. This is done because they want to help the animals. All right. So don't hinder it. Help. I mean, give them some support, whether it be an add a girl or a donation or whatever. Just you know, every once in a while, give them a little pick me up. That goes a long, long way. All right. And apparently the shelter, I mean, this is a shelter. She had a good relationship with the rescue for a long time. And that they ended it overnight. And it's just mind boggling. It just really is. Now out here in Ohio, the shelters appreciate the rescues. Okay. And, I'm not seeing too much appreciation out there in Utah, but that's one shelter. That doesn't mean they're all that way.
No, and they're definitely not all that way. I mean, we work with several, you know, obviously every county has a shelter, and we pull from anyone we can. If we can find a foster, we're going to help the dog. So, you know, this is one shelter, but clearly they don't need us.
All right. What news station ran those stories? I don't even know.
KUTV, I believe.
KUTV.
I can send you. Did you get a hold of him? I can send you his direct number.
Well, you sent me his cell number and he didn't respond. But anyway, what I was getting at was you can go to their website or Facebook page and probably see the multiple interviews, okay, with the foster. And man, I didn't realize all those photos were taken about 10 minutes later. There was nothing what that report said in those photos. No. And there was law enforcement there when they were taking them. So
right. And she said, when I was in the interrogation room with all of them, she said to me, I was at that, I was at her home personally. I don't know what to call it, raid, when they went to the home with the warrant. She said, I was there personally. And they called DCFS on Jenica and said that her children were going to spread parvo to the preschool.
Okay. Anybody can go out to the CDC website and do a search for parvo affecting humans, and you're going to see that that's never happened and probably never will.
But I mean, it was devastating for her. She's a young mom, and you know, they said, you know, her house was filthy. It was not filthy. I mean, we had rain. It had been raining. There were muddy paw prints. You know, she took pictures of them in her home pictures, but I would not have known to do that. It was our friend who went there from law enforcement who said, take pictures right now so they're timestamped so people can see.
So just remember this when it's time to elect new county commissioners. Okay, for those of you in Weber County, because they clearly don't see a problem. I see an issue here. I see a problem here. They lied.
A lot.
Yeah. These are the authorities.
Yeah.
Okay. They're not supposed to do this. They're supposed to be trusted. Right. And now always remember, not all shelters do this. We need our shelters. All right. And shelter staff, they got a lot on their plate too. And matter of fact, they got enough on their plate that they've got in national polls now, in these polls that they do, shelter suicides. That's how many suicides there's been. They made polls now in these national numbers. So just remember that veterinarians have also made it in there. This is not good. All right.
No, look
That's
how
a
many
lot of
rescuers
animals
have done it.
suffering.
Yeah, it's a lot. You know, it's a lot. It's a lot. Your empath burnout is high.
Yeah. And with what happened with Mountain Mamas, you can see clearly this has affected Ashley. And she's solid concrete in any other time. I haven't seen her this upset before. I'm sorry. You first came on the show, I believe, in 2018, first time, didn't you? Yeah, I've known her a while, and I've never seen her this upset. And she usually everything just rolls off of her, but she had no control over this, and it was created a situation. They created a situation, and to justify it, I think. I don't know. This is still playing out, so let's see what we're going to follow this, all right? And I've been following it, so I'm going to keep that up. I will get this posted on New Hope's Facebook page and get it pinned, and you all are more than welcome to read an anonymous letter from a previous or possibly current internal source.
I'll send you that email too with our proposition for the amendment to that ordinance.
Okay, yeah, please. I'm going to post what Allison just wrote here. Now, Allison, I believe she said she'd worked there for like 3.5 years, but she's not there anymore. You can't treat your employees and volunteers poorly and expect them to stay, especially volunteers. Volunteers will actually outlast employees usually because they're doing it for a different reason. And but that's just something's got to change, and hopefully maybe the director will realize that this is maybe not what I should have done, and maybe she will change herself. But I don't know. I hope she can, but people probably inside tell me I'm crazy, but I am. All right. I just look for the best in people. I try to.
I mean, we all do. You know, we all do. I never in a million years saw this coming. I never. Blindsided.
Well, the puppy gained weight at its time with the shelter. Now
that's what the commissioners said. That's what they told us. Did you see them when we took them from when they were
clear? Yeah, I did. I saw the day they came home. That puppy had not gained any weight. I can't judge if it had lost any, but it sure didn't look like it gained any.
So we took him to the vet the next day, again because vets are cheap. But I needed them to all be looked at again. So we took all 3 of those puppies back to the vet the next day, and that particular puppy, the one that was the most sick, had lost over 2 pounds.
Oh.
Now, man, 2 pounds. Think about this with a puppy that's only this big, what 2 pounds does, okay? That's probably equivalent to us losing 30 pounds. That would be a guess. Wow. What'd your vet have to say about all of this, or did he? Probably just need to stay out of it, huh?
Well, actually, you'd have to talk to Jenica, and she'll probably give you a statement. I just paid the bill. I don't know.
Yeah. We were going to have Jenica come on today instead of Ashley, but she had conflicting appointments, and the other one involved her children. So I get that, right? But Ashley was gracious enough to come on and keep this going. And wow, look at that. 15 minutes overtime. Officially, everybody, I can't afford to pay overtime, so.
And we didn't even get Star on.
I forgot all Star. Are you available? Man, I don't even see. Where is he? Where is Star?
She's sitting over here on the floor. Come here, Star. Come here, baby girl.
See her?
Come here. Come here. Come here. Come on.
The story had to be told, Lori.
Oh, I know. I get that 100%.
And Debbie was here. She's probably going to kill me.
Here's Star.
That's Star. She's not quite available yet, but very, very soon, right?
Yep, very soon. Yep, we got a couple of
now.
meet
Will
and
you
greets
still
this
have
week.
her next week? Can you come back next week as a guest and feature her?
We'll see. I've got a meet and greet tomorrow, so we will see.
Okay.
But I'll
All
keep
right.
you updated.
Okay. I didn't. I didn't want to take a chance on cutting Ashley off on this. Was extremely important.
Oh, I know. Yes, it definitely was. People needed to hear the story. I agree 100%.
And
Not a problem.
You know, I mean, there's a possibility this could be happening at other shelters too, but
Right.
I've got a lot of faith that it doesn't happen at all of them.
Bye.
Well, no comment. Uh-oh. Do I not know something?
I'm getting
I know that
baby-
our shelter here in Ohio, it does not happen like that. I guarantee it.
No, in my local shelter, in my little town, they're wonderful. You know, we need them, they need us. I mean, it's very, it's different. Like I said, this has nothing I ever anticipated ever.
Yeah. And I love this comment here. Daphne worked very hard to be star of the show today. What a lovely girl. And I agree. Remember, that's
Well.
why we had her come on second, so she wouldn't steal the spotlight away from Archer. Okay. So,
and Debbie
but
just
Archer's
shared that.
Archer's no slouch either.
No,
So-
he's pretty cute over there.
I think maybe Archer and Daphne could be adopted together at the same time, huh? Hey, there's a thought, everybody. Okay. You heard it first on the rescue show. We got to go. All right.
Yep.
All right, everybody.
Debbie-
Thank you for coming on, you guys. And we'll see everybody next week. And I'll have that proposal that Ashley has submitted to them. We're going to look at that briefly because we'll have dogs on. For anybody that for next week, we've got a show already lined up. Okay. And we had a request for a Utah dog to come on. We had a request for Peanut. So Peanut's going to join us again next week. How about that? So, all right, everybody. See you next week. Sorry for the overtime. Everybody's still hanging in there
Thanks, you
watching it
guys.
too.
Yeah,
Bye,
Deb
everybody.
said that
Thank
story
you.
definitely needed more time. So thanks,
Yes.
everybody.
And
Good luck.
Terry and Rob, thank you all for fostering. And I know GPRS treats you better than that shelter treats their staff. So
Yeah. Ashley, hang
Bye now.
tough.
Thank you.
bye now.
Bye.